Welcome back to Worldwide Chocolates Flight Club. We are in May 2023, and last month we had quite a few April showers. What do they bring? Mayflowers, of course. So we have some gorgeous flowers on the set here, and the aromas are quite divine. But we're here for chocolate, not for discussing, flower genotypes. So without further ado, let's jump right into this month's Flight Club package. Starting off this month, we have a double feature from MIA Chocolate, or Made in Africa Chocolate, or MIA Chocolate, but potato, so, pick your poison when it comes to what you want to call this chocolate maker. We have a double feature again, and the reason being, they just launched in 2022 a new line called Ghana Gold. Due to the launch of Ghana Gold, MIA is the first chocolate maker in the world processing and finishing cocoa in 2 African countries. So we have tasted the MIA Madagascar, which is where they had started out from. Obviously Madagascar is down here. But they have launched again their Ghana Gold line, and Ghana you can see right here. We have 2 bars from this new origin in Ghana coming from MIA. One is their 73% Pure Dark Bittersweet chocolate, and the other is a 48% milk chocolate with Fleur de Sel. The launch of MIA's Ghana Gold line has allowed MIA to work with 9 new additional cocoa suppliers. Some notable partners include a chocolate making team as well as a fair trade cooperative that has over 1,000 members. This expansion also brings in 2 new additional projects. One of them is a zero hunger course for school children in Midi, and the other is a business development project for those cocoa cooperatives. This project is also supporting 8 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. These goals and policies demonstrate that a for-profit business can actually be a positive vehicle for change and development in some of the poorest countries in the world. The folks at MIA are really making a positive change in Africa, especially in Ghana and Madagascar, and we are some of the first to bring in their Ghana Gold line to the States, which just launched in the fall of 2022. And getting into the chocolate a bit, the 73% dark is a true taste of Ghanaian cacao. The dark chocolate has a touch of sweetness, but it is more of a bittersweet blend, and it does give off some noticeable nutty notes. The Ghana Gold 48% milk with Fleur de Sel is more of a caramel forward flavor profile, although you will be kind of back and forth in between notes of sweet and savory due to the sea salt that is mixed in the bar. The packaging on both of these is quite divine and fine, and that rhymes, so triple whammy for you, but they are quite elegant, and they're really, some of the truest Ghanaian chocolate that you can really consume. And despite having only 2 bars for you from this new launch, they do have quite a handful of additional blends at different cocoa percentages and with different flavor inclusions. So if you enjoy these, I highly suggest checking out the rest of the Ghana Gold line. And we do have some new footage coming from MIA. We have seen, a bit about their brand and kind of what, their drive and mission is from their founders. But this quick clip will show you some of the hands-on footage at the Ghana Gold origin. So let's take a look. Great content there, and you can see they did include some shots of their Madagascan chocolate bars as well. We do obviously carry those as we featured them in previous Flight Club packages, but MIA is just, everything about it is to love. We haven't had a bad MIA experience, and each bar just blows us away. Quite excited that we can include a double feature to kick off May 2023, and being this new, you are in fact some of the first in the States to try this chocolate. But that just about covers our MIA Gone in Gold segment, and we'll be moving on to our next tasting. As mentioned earlier, we know that April showers bring Mayflowers. What do Mayflowers bring? Pilgrims, right. And I bring that up because we're going to Massachusetts for our next tasting. So we'll be going to Sudbury, Mass, not too far from Boston, and we'll be tasting a real treat. This is Goodnow Farms 70% Dominican Republic dark chocolate with brown butter. We have covered Goodnow Farms in the past, and they are actually the most awarded chocolate maker in the United States. Goodnow Farms crafts single origin and flavor infused bars with exceptional quality, and there isn't a single Goodnow Farms bar that you will not love. Goodnow Farms is actually partnering with a local farm, High Lawn, which produces award-winning butter, believe it or not. So, like the Pilgrims, churning butter, but in this case, it's for chocolate. Goodnow Farms takes High Lawn's fresh farm butter and carefully browns it, which they then use to infuse into this chocolate. The cocoa itself is coming from the Zorzal region in the Dominican Republic, which you can see right here for reference. The Zorzal cacao has almost like cinnamon raisin notes in it, and once paired with that toasty brown butter, it's kind of a perfect match. Due to the added High Lawn farm butter in addition to the cocoa butter that's in this bar, you'll have an exceptionally creamy and smooth mouthfeel with this chocolate. And as we have covered Goodnow Farms in the past, we've discussed the owners, Tom and Monica, but we haven't taken a look at footage of the two yet. Tom and Monica are quite hands-on in their approach and do go out of their way to visit these cacao communities on site and get a first-hand look of the cocoa beans, taste them fresh off the tree, and do their own quality control. So we actually have a good clip we're going to take a look at, which includes Tom and Monica on site, and they'll show you how to properly harvest a cocoa pod, extract the beans, but they willingly did not bring a machete with them, so they'll discuss that a bit, but just want to note that typically you'll see local farmers in these cocoa communities kind of just farming the cocoa pods and beans using machetes, but in their case, they're just going with a full hands-on approach, taking it off the tree and breaking it apart. So let's take a look.
Okay, so a lot of people have been asking us where chocolate comes from. And it comes from this tree, which is the tree Theobroma cacao, or the cacao tree, and specifically from the cacao pod, which grows right on the trunk of the tree. You can kind of tell it's not on the branches, it's right on the thick part of the trunk. So this is the pod, and this is a fruit. So this fruit, inside there's a pulp, and there's seeds inside that pulp, and those seeds are the cacao beans that we use to make chocolate. So we're gonna take this ripe cacao pod off the tree, and then go break it open and show you what's inside. So here we go. All right, so here's the pod. So if you don't have a machete, or don't want to use one, which I do not want to do, because I would cut my hand in two. You just gently twist it to not hurt the bark of the tree until it comes off, like so. Cacao pie.
Okay, so we've got our cacao pod. We're ready to break it open. I found a nice rock. Let's see if I can do this. I don't have a machete, so. Okay, ready? Oh, this is super. Oh my gosh, beautiful. So we took off the hard shell, and inside is the cacao fruit. These are all the beans that are covered in the actual white fruit, and it tastes so good. It's kind of like this tropical mango taste. You want to eat the fruit and put the whole thing in your mouth and you suck the fruit off. But if you want to make chocolate, you can't eat the fruit. If you want to make chocolate, you have to take all of these beans, pull them out, and then you have to ferment them. This is perfect.
Actually, here, just
Wanna
take
try
it
one?
off. Yep. Here, just bite it in half and show them what the inside looks like.
Oh, sure. You got it?
There you go. I'm gonna eat this one.
Okay. This is the actual bean on the inside.
This bar's achievements more recently include an Academy of Chocolate silver medal, as well as a Good Food Awards silver medal, both of which are stamped on the packaging. But you can bet that they are in the runnings again for 2023, and we'll soon find out if they hit that gold level. Thrilled that we can have just such a fine and unique award-winning chocolate to include this May to follow up on our brand new Ghana Gold line. But that just about wraps up our Goodnow Farms chocolate, so we'll be moving on to our next tasting. Now that we have gone through some high quality single origin chocolate, we are going to include a bit of fun for this May. And to do so, we've included Terry's Chocolate Orange. If you're not familiar with Terry's or weren't a part of the Flight Club when we had first featured them, this is a classic chocolate staple. This is an orange flavored milk chocolate with crunchy toffee bits, and some will go to their grave saying this is the best orange flavored chocolate that's out there. In case you're wondering how to consume this chocolate, this is where the fun comes in. So you'll want to take the chocolate orange out of the packaging, and because this isn't to consume, I want to do this carefully. Oh, it's actually got a sticker in there, so I guess I can't do it. Don't compromise this product. But what you want to do is basically you take the ball out and it's wrapped like, in orange, shaped like an orange. It's a sphere. So you can kind of see here it's got little pieces of chocolate. So what it actually is little orange slices that are held together by, kind of small pieces of chocolate on the end. So what you want to do is actually whack this ball against a hard surface, and in doing so, it actually breaks the sphere up into molded little chocolate orange pieces. So it's a lot of fun, and the classic milk chocolate with orange was their original staple. This has an added toffee crunch. This has 20 orange slices, or should I say chocolate slices within. And once you whack and unwrap, I really think it will go in one sitting. It's quite sweet, but it is exceptional in quality. That classic milk chocolate orange taste, this is that product. And we've just about wrapped up Terry's, so we'll be moving on to our in-flight treats. So for our in-flight treat this month, another new product, but more of a reformulation. So we have seen Michel Cluzel chocolate before, but not the 70% dark chocolate bar with cocoa nibs. Michel Cluzel is a craft and fine chocolate maker out of France, so we don't have to travel too far going from Terry's to Cluzel. But this bar has been recently reformulated, so it has a 70% single origin Ecuador dark chocolate base, but the cocoa nibs that are on the backside are actually coming from the Dominican Republic. The cocoa nibs coming from the Dominican Republic are flavorfully roasted and give a nice crunch when it comes to the mouthfeel of consuming this product. The 70% chocolate from Ecuador is quite smooth. It's got an exceptionally strong base, and once adding those Dominican Republic cocoa nibs on it, it gives that flavorful roasted note as well as a bit more of a crunch for your palate. I can say this is one of my favorites, if not my favorite chocolate bar that has infused cocoa nibs, and for great reason. This has won a Great Taste Award in 2021, and it also has won a bronze medal from the Academy of Chocolate in 2021. And to get a little more sense of, cocoa nibs and chocolate and how they work well together, of course, you make chocolate from cocoa nibs, you know, of course they go well together, but in this sense where you're putting nibs over a finished chocolate, we have from Michel Cluzel, Jacques Dehaene, and he actually has a clip where he, you know, makes this bar by hand. So we're going to take a look at this footage. I will note this was before they had reformulated the bar, back when it was a mixed origin 63% dark chocolate with cocoa nibs. So don't be thrown off by the packaging or the cocoa percent change. The 70% increase has actually really elevated this bar to the next level, thus, you know, these new awards that they've been winning. But it's some great content, so let's take a look.
Bonjour. Today we'll talk about, the cocoa nibs and how to use it into the chocolate. So first you have to understand that the cocoa nibs come, of course, from the cocoa beans that, we have removed after roasting the shell. At Michel Cluzel, our cocoa nibs are not only organic, but they are also sifted, so you don't have mini pieces and, dust. So the first bar that we will do today is a bar that is made just with cocoa nibs. So we have to temper our chocolate couverture. Michel Cluzel, of course, this one is a 64%. It's perfectly shiny. And then that's when we will add our cocoa nibs. That will give a punch of energy and of cacao while adding at the same time some crunch. And so this product is called Gruet de Cacao. And this product that you see here is coming directly from France. Now we have done also a little twist here in America because we know that people love something a little bit unique. So again, we'll start the same way by adding the tempered chocolate. And now we'll add two parts. The first one, of course, being still the roasted cocoa nibs. At the same time, we'll add a little bit, but not too much, of the sea salt. Of course, this product is made for you. We call that sea salt and cocoa nibs. And that's the final result that you have. Now, let's talk about my favorite, Éclat de Cacao, a pure delight. We take each cocoa nibs and then we enroll it in chocolate. It's called panning. And when we do that, we have something that is really gorgeous. And I can't help it, but I have to have some. So I'm sorry for you. Enjoy.
Jacques is actually president of Noble Ingredients and exceptionally versed in all things chocolate. Some great footage we were just able to take a look at, and just to reiterate, because the bar packaging looks a little different. It was different at the time, but with time, things change. So it's basically just an enhanced version of their original bar. Due to these changes, they've began winning numerous awards for this chocolate confection. And despite having finished our features for this month, we can't sign off without a little bit of trivia first. So our trivia question this month is, in what year was toffee first known to be created? We have toffee in our Terry's chocolate orange, Terry's chocolate, yeah, right. But yeah, just again, if you know what year toffee was first created for consumption, just leave a comment in the description below and you will earn yourself some free chocolate for next month's package. But that just about wraps up May 2023, and I want to thank you all again for staying subscribed and staying tuned to our Flight Club segments. We have a lot more coming and a lot of new chocolate brands on the way, and you will be some of the first to try it. So until next time, you know the deal. Eat, sleep, breathe chocolate. Cheers.